Hello and welcome back to Stop and Go F1, or should I say Stop and Go F1 Academy, because that's what we are here to talk about this morning. The first video of the day of our Saudi Arabian Grand Prix Sunday, and it is time for the F1 Academy, both Race 1 and Race 2. A very interesting weekend, which has thrown up quite a few questions about our championship. Before we get into that, though, remember to like and subscribe, and of course, a huge shout out to the members: Dakota, The Joyous James, Rowan Myers, Cinnamon Strudel, Michael Johnson, F, Mr. Eurovision 1986. We got No Edam on Sandwiches, and Flandy Skick. Oh my goodness, we got so many members, but there could be even more. You can become a member right now. Click the link in the description down below. You can have your shout outs, you get your early videos, you get all the fun of the fair. But let's go to F1 Academy, starting with yesterday's race, Race 1, where my goodness. Felbermeyer was on pole, Ella Lloyd was alongside her, and as the lights go out, Ella Lloyd able to take the lead immediately. Larson goes wide, Weug able to get past through there. Now we do have a wild card this weekend called Freya Al Youssef, and I have to be honest, because this is a review, she's the worst wild card we've ever seen. In qualifying, she was 5.8 seconds off the pace, which is a huge gap. There are even rumours coming out of the first practice session that she wasn't going to be able to race because she was so slow. They did put her in. She was incredibly slow. In the first race, she got 100 different penalties. We'll get into it in a little bit. But yeah, bad weekend for the wild card. Meanwhile, up front, Pawlowski passes Felbermeyer for P2. The first penalty of the day comes out, 10-second stop-and-go penalty for Al Youssef, but being out of position at the safety car line. I believe what had happened is just on the formation lap, she just fell back and was just massively behind everybody else, so she got a 10-second stop-and-go penalty for that. Chong is out at this point, which brings out the safety car. Safety car lasts until lap 8 of 13. Off the restart, Dorian Pan is up to P5, and then we get a lovely little battle between Maya Weug and Pawlowski for P2. Pan is making more moves throughout this race. She had tremendous pace in race 1, less so in race 2. She passes Larson for P4 on lap 10. More penalties here. False start for Al Youssef, but also a 10-second penalty for Courtney Crone for causing the collision, which took Chong out of the race. I think Courtney Crone was in the pits at this point, though, so I don't even know if she served that penalty. Meanwhile, Pawlowski's putting pressure on Ella Lloyd for the lead at this place, but also she has to defend from Maya Weug in P2, a very close front three in the first race of the weekend. Maya Weug on lap 12 of 13 was able to pass Pawlowski for P2, but that does mean that Ella Lloyd is able to create a bit more of a gap from there. Dorian Pan reeling in the top three as well. A few more laps and we would have had a four-way battle for the lead. But as we cross the line, it is Ella Lloyd who takes the win. Maya Weug in P2, just 1/10 behind. Pawlowski was third, Pan in fourth, Larson fifth, Houseman in sixth, Chambers in seventh, and Nina Gademan in eighth place. A wonderful race, but what this means, Ella Lloyd's first ever F1 Academy win, the first F1 Academy win for a Welsh driver as well. And I was trying to rattle my brains here about other Welsh drivers. I don't think there has ever been a Welsh race winner for F1, F2, F3 or F1 Academy before. I know Tom Price won an unofficial F1 race before. I know he had a pole position in an official race before, but he never won an official race. I can't think of any F2 or F3 Welsh drivers. So a huge landmark for Ella Lloyd here with this win. So congratulations to her. Maya Weug was fantastic though, just on the back of a 1/10 off the back, and Maya Weug's fantasticness continues into race 2, where Chloe Chambers is on pole position. Championship leader Dorian Pan is alongside her. As the lights go out on this one, Chambers is able to keep the lead, but Maya Weug has a fantastic start to go up to P2. Ella Lloyd, the winner of race 1, has a bit of a stall and drops down from 7th on the grid to 13th at the end of lap 1. Felbermeyer spins and are being hit by Farrier. Nobles had to take avoiding action and went off the track. This allows Lloyd to cut back through and get back up to P10 by the end of lap F2. We get Chloe Chambers and Maya Weug going wheel to wheel here through section 1. It's a fantastic little duel here until it goes a little bit wrong, and Chloe Chambers forces Maya Weug off the track, goes off the track herself, and when they come back on, Chambers keeps the lead, but Pan is through past Maya Weug at this point. I believe she pushed her off twice, because I think that point where Dorian Pan gets through is actually later when they had pushed her off the track earlier before. Either way, I think realistically here, if she had pushed her off twice, because she gets a penalty, 5-second penalty for forcing another driver off the track, I think really she was quite lucky not to get 2 penalties, because it did seem to happen twice here, because it was a pretty obvious penalty if you ask me there. But Maya Weug, who has still got tremendous pace, is past Pan into turn 1 on lap 4 for P2. This is when the penalty comes through, and the rest of the race is just Chloe Chambers trying to open up that gap. Maya Weug in a very comfortable position, knowing as long as she stays within 5 seconds, she has this race won. Then, like I said before, Dorian Pan not necessarily having the pace here this weekend. She was sat in 3rd place. Had a bit of pressure on her from Palmowski, but Palmowski had pressure herself from Larson. So Dorian Pan is kind of sat there, and as the laps go and go and go, she's drifting further and further back until we cross the line, and it's just on that 5-second mark. But as we cross the line, Chloe Chambers crosses the line first, but does take that penalty, which gives Maya Weug the win. Chloe Chambers is in P2 though, Dorian Pan in 3rd by just 0.065, separated Chambers and Pan after the penalty was given out. Chloe Chambers getting the fastest lap on the last lap of the race to secure P2. Palmowski in 4th, Larson in 5th, I put Hauger there, that's not right. House, I think it's supposed to say. In 8th was Ella Lloyd, Chiconte in 9th, and Chong in 10th. And if my maths is correct on this, I believe this means we have a new championship leader in Maya Weug after a fantastic weekend. P2 by just 1/10 of a second in the first race, a win in the second race here. A wonderful weekend, a great haul of points for her. I believe she is now the championship leader heading into our next round in Miami. And of course, if you were watching F1 Academy last year, you know Miami was the one where it all changed. Going into Miami last year, it looked like Dorian Pan was going to run away with that weekend. But Abby Pulling turned up at the Miami weekend and was in a different level and continued that level till the end of the season to secure that championship. As we sit here right now, Maya Weug is in the driver's seat, completely outshone the rest of the field. Who knows how this will go out from the rest of the year, but are we going to see a second year in a row where Dorian Pan comes in looking like the dominant driver, looking like the strongest driver, just for someone else to get better than across the course of the season? We'll have to wait and see, but we've got some very, very talented girls in this formula. I'm looking forward to seeing how it goes for the rest of the season. As I said, Maya Weug is our star of Formula 1 Academy for this weekend because, of course, it has to be. She was absolutely incredible. We'll be back later on today with all things F2 and then, of course, all things F1 later on in this evening. Make sure to subscribe for all of that. I will see you next time. Have a good one. Goodbye.